Okay, guys, gonna do this real quickly. But apparently, news broke that Warner Brothers and DC Comics are working on a Plastic Man movie. Now, obviously, probably that's not any news to anybody else, Plastic Man and all that. But what's funny is what comicbook.com, CBR, Comic Book Resources, and probably other places I've talked about, brought up, and that is that this Plastic Man is going to be female led. Now, I don't know exactly what that means. It could be that, maybe the villain is the female lead, but more than likely, according to a lot of people's speculation, it's going to be a female version of Plastic Man, so it's going to be called Plastic Woman. Now, it's no secret that depending on what incarnation of Plastic Man you read or have watched, he has family that has the same powers. He has a wife and kids that have the same powers. So it's going to be really interesting of how they do this. Now, obviously, the Plastic Man, Plastic Woman movie, from what I understand, it's going to be kind of very similar to the not not synopsis wise or anything like that, but from a structure standpoint, going to be very similar to Shazam, an action comedy that's within the DC universe or its own separate entity. And instead of a Plastic Man, apparently we're going to have a Plastic Woman. Now, depending on who they get for it, obviously they got to get a funny woman in there or someone that can really give you comedy gold. Oh, but take her job seriously as a character. Like get those serious moments in there. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting because I could see them doing so. I could see that whoever they pick really just embracing the role and being like, hey, let me at it. Let me do what I have to do. And here's the thing about this being a woman, basically, and I'm not trying to say this to be offensive or anything, but there's a lot of things they can do with this character. Plastic with the plastic shape shifting elastic powers. I mean, I know people are going to make the comparison of, oh, it's just going to be a live action version of, Elastigirl, Mrs. Incredible, and all that. And that might be true, but I think what Warner Brothers and DC is doing is they're realizing, hey, perhaps perhaps what I'm thinking, what I'm trying to say is I think they really said, hey, Disney had an opportunity to do a lot more with Elastigirl, Mrs. Incredible and Incredibles 2. They didn't take advantage of that. So what they're going to do is they're going to make up for that with this female-led version of Plastic Man, Plastic Woman, and probably do things with the Plastic Woman, the Elastic Woman that Disney didn't do. You know, and Warner Brothers is known to pull out the Looney Tuniness, the Tex Averiness, the funniness when it comes to these kind of movies. I mean, part of the library is The Mask, okay, and The Mask was pretty much a live action cartoon with Tex Avery wild takes and everything occurring. We all know that for any of us that have seen the movie. So can you imagine what a female led version of Plastic Man will be, and then you add in those elements? I mean, I could see them doing what TV Tropes calls the lustful milk gag with the character because she has the powers. I could see them giving her a montage moment of just being mischiefy and having fun with the powers, and then she has to get serious, and maybe she wants to find out how this happened and stuff like that. So I can see them doing that. The only thing is, who are they going to get to play the lead role? Because if it's going to be female led, then you got to figure out who could pull off being a Plastic Woman, who could really embrace that silliness if they need it. Because if there's anything about Plastic Man that depending on the adaptation that you read about him or watch about him, is, he's out there. He's out there at times. He's got a good heart, but he's out there. So, yeah, apparently Plastic Man is going to become Plastic Woman. And the question is, who are they going to get? And how far are they going to go with the silliness with the character? Because obviously, just like Shazam, this is going to be an action comedy. But let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, and I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. Peace.